What's up, guys? I'm here at Camp North End in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's a pretty cool little co-working space, art district, bunch of small businesses. Today is Small Business Saturday, so I figured I'd come out and get an iced coffee, overpay for some avocado toast, things that us millennials like to do for whatever reason. But also came out to update you on my Golden Year project because we're 6 months in and it's time for my Q2 Golden Year project review. Just to refresh your memory on what the idea behind this project is that I turned 28 on May 28th, which is your golden birthday, when your age correlates to the date. And instead of one golden day, I decided to make this an entire year project. Anything that you can do to improve on fitness, finance, social, spiritual, physical, anything that you can improve upon, give yourself one calendar year and see what manifests. In that, I created the persona Mindset Mac because it was all about shifting my mindset to things that aren't always comfortable or easy, but create growth regardless. And in this first 6 months, if you've been following me, you've seen me post the crazy content, the conspiracies, the unpopular opinions, the inspirational things, the vulnerable shares of things that have come up for me and my shadow self and things that I've hidden for so long. With that, I've lost more friends than I would have ever thought I would lose. My identity was always based on being like social and popular, and my job was in the spirits industry, and I go out and entertain people, and that's how the alcohol industry, bar industry is. I've always taken pride in that. So I've lost a bunch of friends, lost family members. People said really rude things to me. I'm sure I've said rude things to them as well. I've lost my job. Just difficult things in that regard. But the flip side of embodying that truth, I have lost over 20 pounds. I read personal development every day. I meditate every day. I've taken caffeine out for portions of time. I've taken meat out for portions of time. I've gone carnivore for portions of time. I've taken pornography out. And I've got a better understanding of what God means. And if you know me at all, you would have never thought that was in the cards. So, that's another video. God's still a triggering word for a lot of people, me included, but I understand it on a different level now. This first 6 months has also brought me some crazy experiences. I have become acquaintances with people from the White House cabinet. I've collaborated with social media influencers that collectively have over 1 million followers. I just got back from Costa Rica, where I manifested this all-inclusive retreat with plant medicine, ayahuasca, San Pedro. That's for another video as well. I got to spend time with one of my favorite spiritual YouTubers. He's got over 1 million subscribers alone. Supposed to be on a podcast this month. My breathwork business has, grown exponentially. All good things are coming out of this. But this first 6 months has been a lot about control, because I thought that's the way that I need to, create these changes, is control. And if you know me, even prior to this year, I'm always the one who liked to drive on road trips or pick the playlist or pick the Airbnb or host the event, host the party, OCD in my cleaning tendencies. Just like anything that you can control, I've always been someone to enjoy that. And I've learned the hard way, especially since getting back from this Costa Rica trip, that you can't control everything. I haven't been sick this entire year, and right when I get back, I get the cold, I get the body aches, I get all these things that I haven't felt in so long. And I think it's just a constant reminder that sometimes you just have to surrender. And the themes that have really been playing over and over for me has been control, comparison, and finally surrender. The hardest part, and I'm almost embarrassed to say this, is that with all these good things in the works and people sharing my content and liking my stories and videos and everything, is that my Instagram has been shut down now for over a week for me speaking my truth in my mind. It's almost alarming how much of my identity was set in that Mindset Mac Instagram. And as I'm making this video, it's still not back. I'm hopeful that it will come back, but I also have to learn to let go. That Instagram account has been my way to put these truths out there, whether they're whether you agree with them or not, it's just been a way for me to kind of express myself, and it's almost feel like that's just been taken away from me, which is a lesson in itself, that I was putting too much priority and emphasis on something that, 10 years ago wasn't even a thing, or wasn't, it was a thing, but it wasn't the way it is now, almost part of our identity. So I'm dealing with that. I'm dealing with being sick right now. My sleep has been off, like super anxiousness, probably related to social media, which is so freaking sad. But I'm learning to let go of these things. And for these next 6 months, I'm going to focus on upping some more like tangible measures. And that's going to be like offering these breathwork classes more in person. I just got to host my first 20-person live breathwork on this beautiful hilltop retreat in Costa Rica, looking over the sunset. I'll have to post a picture. And that kind of gave me inspiration to start doing this more on a local level as well, whether it's with CrossFit gyms or group fitness or yoga studios, to start offering that, because I realize how powerful the breath is. And it's, whole other topic, but that's being taken away from us right now, being told that it's not safe to breathe. So I'm going to embody becoming that version. I'm also starting this 75 Hard Challenge by Andy Frisella this coming Monday. That's 75 days of 2 45-minute workouts, 1 gallon of water per day, a progress picture every day, and tracking and sticking to your diet every day for 75 days. Because the next persona that I'm trying to embody before my 29th birthday is Six-Pack Mac. Not for vain reasons, probably a little bit for vain reasons, but really just to prove to myself that I can do it. And where I've talked about control in this video, I'm going to try to just focus on the systems in place, not so much like the actual everyday, control measures. So focus on the bigger picture, focus on the why, not so much the hows. And that's also where we get into comparison, because the first 6 months of this journey, I've had some people to look up to or see, what are they doing? Or maybe I could try that, or maybe I could do this. And that's a double-edged sword, because inspiration is always a good thing, but you don't want to get trapped in the thought of, maybe I should do it like that, maybe I should do that, maybe I should do whatever. And finally, for the next 6 months, I just kind of want to surrender to the process. Don't grip so hard. And I've used this analogy before, but once you get into that flow state of life, things truly flow. It's like you're floating down a river and you're trying to swim upstream, you're struggling, you're sweating, you're fatigued, or you're even holding on to the edge, you're holding on to that bank and you're just getting beat down by the water. It's so much easier to just go with the flow with life. Go with that water, have the surrender. And that's not to mean you don't set goals or you don't have aspirations, but you also just learn to, surrender. Surrender is the best word I can think of right now. I'm really excited for these next 6 months. I know big things are shifting on a more esoteric level. Chaos, I really do think, is about to break loose with some of these election results. Just be easy on yourself, even if it's not the outcome that you want, even if it's not the outcome I want. Anytime that you feel that anger, that rage, that sadness, whatever, it's an opportunity to look at why that's coming up. Because if you put so much of your happiness in external sources, then it's going to continue to perpetuate. So it's a really great time to review why you feel the way that you do. Another big day is the winter solstice on December 21st. There could be some pretty crazy energetic downloads coming in. If that's not really your cup of tea, look into it. I won't go into too much detail. I don't know. I'm excited. Hopefully I get my social channels back, but until then, I guess I'll focus on this whole YouTube thing and see who I can impact by there. I love you guys more than you know, and we'll talk soon. Cheers.